So in the previous predictors we've designed, we've been treating all the users as well as the movies independently. So we've been looking at each row or each column in isolation. But we can actually look across the rows, meaning across the users, or across the columns, meaning across the movies, to try to find some similarities between them. And that can also help us if we can draw some correlation between users or correlations between movies to help predict those missing values. So for instance, if we look at user-user similarity, if we take two users, maybe Anna and Ben, so maybe Anna and Ben tend to like the same movies. And so if we have a case where they've both rated 3 or 4 movies very similarly, they've given them both high ratings, for instance, and then we know that Anna has given another movie, say movie X, Anna's given movie X a very poor rating. Maybe she's given it a 2. Then we would imagine that Ben would also rate that movie very low. Maybe he'd give it somewhere between a 1 and a 3, because they have very similar tastes in movies. At the same time, we can also look at movie-to-movie similarity. For instance, if we have 2 movies, X and Y, and we know that they've been rated similarly by different users. So we have Anna, we have Ben, we have Charlie, and maybe Anna's rated them both with 5 stars, Ben's rated them both with 3 stars, and Charlie's rated them both with 1 star, so rated one with a 1 star, one with a 2 star, still both very low. Then we see that they seem to be very similar. So if we have another user come along, maybe Dana, and she gives movie X a 4-star rating, then we would predict that she would also give movie Y a pretty high rating. And so here's an example. We have Anna and Ben, and they both have liked this movie Good Will Hunting and another movie Beautiful Mind. They both did not like Lion King or Aladdin, and so we think that they have a similar taste in movies. So if we know that Anna's liked the movie Jurassic Park, we would expect that Ben has probably liked it too, that he would probably give it a good rating, good upvote. But it's important to note that we don't always look for such positive correlation, as we call it. And what that means is these users have both rated everything the same, and therefore we predict them to rate things the same. But the users could be exactly the opposite of one another. So for instance, if we know that Ben didn't like this, he didn't like Beautiful Mind, he liked Lion King, and he liked Aladdin, then knowing that Anna likes Jurassic Park would tell us that Ben probably doesn't like Jurassic Park, because they're exactly the opposite. So that so-called negative correlation is also helpful to us. And so we're either looking for a strong positive correlation or a strong negative correlation, and they're both very useful. And we illustrate the idea of dissimilarity at the bottom. And we have 4 users, Anna, Ben, Charlie, Dana, and we have 2 movies, Good Will Hunting and Beautiful Mind. So Anna likes Good Will Hunting, she doesn't like Beautiful Mind. Ben doesn't like Good Will Hunting, likes A Beautiful Mind. Charlie doesn't like the first, likes the second. And so they seem to be very negatively correlated and very dissimilar. So therefore, knowing that Dana likes Good Will Hunting would lead us to believe that she does not like A Beautiful Mind.